tuning in to the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Keeping my baby. Hello, Impastor. Hello. Oh, wow, we're really going for it here.
My baby, that's right.
Welcome, everybody. This is the Impastor AfterShow on AfterBuzz TV. I'm your host, Jennifer Golden. Tonight we are covering episode 9 called Flings and Arrows. Get it? Like bows and arrows?
Yes.
And flings, but
like
they're all over the place.
Yes.
Everybody was flinging around town this time.
Yeah.
So you can follow me at Jennifer Golden as we discuss this episode tonight. And to my left are my lovely co-hosts. Who are you?
I'm Lauren Leonelli. Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh, hey. So good doing business with you.
Nice to meet you, Lauren.
Hello,
Hi.
strangers.
Hello. You can follow me at Lauren Leonelli on Twitter, Facebook, Vine, Instagram, and my website.
Go there.
Well, you can't follow me on my website, but you can go there.
No, you can go there. Go there and like it or something. I don't know if you can do it there on websites. I'm James Lott Jr.
cool.
You can follow me on Black Hope at Black Hope LA on Twitter, James Lott Jr. on Facebook, and the superorganizeruniverse.com.
Love it.
Well, that's exciting.
A bug just flew by.
No.
Yes, it did.
A big one?
It was like a moth or something.
Okay.
We have been having really bad luck with bugs.
We have been. But you know who's got really good luck?
Yes, it's Maria Menounos.
Yes.
So, okay, folks, I don't know if you remember this or you saw this on Instagram a while back, but there was a whole dance battle thing. And it's with Maria Menounos and
Julianne Hough.
Julianne and Derek Huff. Well, I met Derek Huff. He's a super nice guy. I just want to give a shout out to him. They're on Dancing with the Stars, a brother and sister team. So they got 8 families from across the country to be a part of this epic dance battle. It's called Dance Battle America. And it's happening on ABC. So ABC, a regular network television event after Dancing with the Stars. This Monday, September 14th.
You're already watching Dancing with the Stars, so just keep the dancing theme going.
Completely.
Stay put. Stay put.
Have a whole night of dance, and it all starts September 14th. Watch our girl Maria.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So this episode was another
Yes.
really funny episode. It began a little differently than we're used to because we're used to Lauren's favorite, which is the opening Impastor freezing on Buddy doing something weird.
Give it to me this time.
No, they did not.
But what they gave me is an ass shot.
They did. And, for whatever reason, Buddy is always pants down.
I'm always for it. Thank
Well,
you, Michael.
that's a theory of his life. I mean, a
Yes.
parallel of his life.
Yes, that is.
Metaphor for his life.
Metaphor.
Is what I mean.
Also, Michael Rosenbaum, the person, likes to expose that part of his body.
And it works for me every time. Thank you, Michael.
Well, it works for me too.
Yes.
I mean, no, hey, it's not bad. I'm just saying that we didn't get the freeze
I
on
know.
Michael.
No.
Normally, it was just a picture of him that the assassin was holding, but we did get the ass shot.
Yes.
Yes.
So we see him face down, ass up, like a rap song.
Oh, hey!
I'm sorry.
That's right.
Anybody want to say I quoted a song correctly? No, I don't get that credit this time around. But all right, I was right. So we find out he was at a place called Shish Kebabs because of the stamp from the night
I think
before.
it was Shish Kaboobs.
Right, that's what I meant. It was a strip club.
Yes.
Yeah, so he was there because he's clearly not gay.
Like,
And
clearly.
Buddy would totally go to a strip club.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course.
And Ashley's now busy, we'll talk about her later.
Yeah.
So his go-to girl is busy. So he comes downstairs to people yelling about this arrival that has come from the delivery
Florida.
man. Yes. A box with all of Jonathan Barlow's things.
Yes, of course.
That shipped when he
every
moved.
week.
And
every
so
week.
he knows he needs to get his naked ass down there and get this box because there's going to be obviously there's a photo book they're looking through and they're like, you're not in any of these photos. He's like, that's because I'm taking them all. And
It has a great comeback,
He got
of course.
out of that. It was so funny because they're looking at the real Jonathan Barlow.
right.
And, it could have been that was his boyfriend.
Right.
Because
Right.
if there's so many pictures of the
Right.
same guy, that could have just
Exactly.
been his love interest. I think that's what Dora was insinuating.
Yeah, there could have been many things that wasn't that hard to get out
No.
of. But the jacket, there's a purple sequin jacket.
my God, I know.
And he gives it to Russell.
Of course.
And then once he gets back upstairs and he's looking through the box, he realizes that Jonathan left a note for himself that says passport in jacket. And
So Buddy is all stressed out
Yeah.
because he's like, oh man, I got to get that back. Kind of like what we saw with the red ruby necklace that he gave to Dora that he needed to get back.
Except for this is a lot more crucial because this is identification, which is the last thing that this guy wants.
No. So Buddy makes it his mission to get this jacket back. So he goes to Russell's house. And he's trying to break into his house, and he gets caught in the act because, of course. And so Russell's like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And he's like, "Well, what did he say?"
He just wanted to like hang out. I just came to see you. And of course, Russell's like, "Oh my God, yay! This is it. This is my chance. I'll make you a wine spritzer." And Buddy's like, "I just need all the time in the world. Make me an omelet." And he's like, "Oh my God!" He's in there. He's like, he puts deodorant in his mouth because he's like trying to prepare.
So gross. But then he did it again.
I know. He's like, okay.
He was just like, I don't care. I need to like do something.
This was his moment, so he was going to do what he had to do.
He had to improv last minute.
So then, of course, we see Buddy going into Russell's closet to look for this jacket, and he gets caught in there, but Russell thinks it's because he just wants to move things into the bedroom.
That was hilarious.
Not it at all.
No,
not it at all.
And once Buddy realizes that Russell said, "Oh, I gave the jacket to what's the name? Mrs. Lutz.
The seamstress.
The seamstress to fix it because the arms are too short. He has very long appendages."
I know he said that. I love that. I'm like, oh my God. I'm all Mike.
Yeah.
Hello. And Buddy's like, "Okay, bye, gotta go." And then leaves.
Abruptly. Doesn't eat his
omelet. He always does. Like he always does.
Right.
He always does. He's just like running constantly.
So after that, I think we can jump right into Alexa, sees Buddy, and she says, "What were you doing at Shish Kaboobs?" And he's like, "Well, I wasn't there." And she's like, "Well, my friend's a bartender. You were there. You were for sure there." Yeah. So
he gets out of it saying like he's basically
trying to help the strippers.
She's like with a lap dance.
Right. Yeah. She's like, why would a gay man be in a female strip bar and getting a lap dance? Like
he's trying to do good Samaritan work.
And solving the problems of the troubled.
It's not that unbelievable. Like, I'm sure gaggles of women bring their gay dudes.
I've been there. I've been there. That's
to
fine.
a strip club. Fine. I've been to a female strip club before. Right. It's not that big of a deal, but she's already on to him, and she also wants him to not be gay. So it's like there's other things underneath this, like
I agree.
Questioning, these loaded questions she's throwing at him. And the thing is if she finds out, which we'll see later, it's not like she's gonna be like, "Oh my God, I'm telling on you." She's probably going to keep it a secret and want to make sex with him.
Yeah. Well, and then he ends up having a dream that she came into his office and he brushed all the things off of his desk and they made out.
I thought it was real.
I did too. I was like, how do you get out of that one now?
Because there was a knock on the door. We're like, oh no, they were kissing, making out. I was like, oh my, is this really happening?
And then she goes under the desk and then
he pushes her though.
I know, he threw her off.
He's like,
hide.
Get out of here.
And she wakes up and we see that
he wakes up
and we see that it's Dora.
Right. Dora is at the door. And he had dozed off in his office because obviously he couldn't have put all the things back on his desk that quickly, and it wasn't real.
But right before that, we see Buddy break into, because Dora's coming to talk about the break-in.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So we see Buddy, after he leaves Russell's, he breaks into the seamstress's house, and he's totally masked. He breaks in. Yeah. She catches him with the gun, the old lady. She wants him to remove the mask, but she's totally coming on to him. She's like, "Did you come in here to take advantage of me?" And he's like, "Oh, God." She goes to shoot him. He knocks the gun out of the way, runs out.
And again, we were so confused. Like, how is he going to get out of this one if he's got to take off the mask?
Of course.
But he doesn't take off the mask.
I thought he could have said, I'm here. It's just me, the pastor. I wasn't trying to break in. I didn't think you were home, and I thought I heard a disturbance, and I wanted to come help or whatever.
And I was wearing a mask because that's what I wear when
I didn't want people to see me. The killers to see my face or identify me.
He could have said he's a pastor superhero, and all superheroes wear masks.
And he forgot his cape.
Yes.
Impastor writers. That could have been a thing too.
Just call us if you ever need any other ways to get Buddy out of problems.
We will help.
So obviously then this goes around town.
Yes.
That
a rapist.
Yeah, that this poor old woman her house has been broken into, and now they're calling it a potential rape because he came onto her, which we know is not true.
No.
And Dora comes to tell Buddy about it, and then
she's all worried and frantic because that's what she is.
Yes.
And Alexa comes in also and's like, "We have an emergency meeting." Alden's over there. They're all talking about how this all went down and how it's a potential rape, and Dora's so scared and she's so close to where this happened. It was right down the street, and "Please, can I stay here tonight, Buddy?" And he's like, yeah, fine. He wasn't worried about it because he's like, "It was just me. There's nothing going on, and I need to get this effing passport." That's all he cares about.
Exactly. So, to wrap up this whole storyline, turns out, Alexa calls him and says, you didn't sign any of the documents I left for you. Mm-hmm. Can you come over and sign them immediately? Or no, can you come over and sign them? And he's like, I'll be there in 10.
But doesn't Russell come in with the jacket at the end of this meeting?
Yes. He was at the end of the meeting.
Oh, yes.
And that's the funniest part. When he's hugging him to try to get the feel of the jacket, and he's feeling it, tickling it, and like nothing.
Well, and Russell came to apologize.
He can apologize.
Russell came to apologize, but he's got the jacket on that he got back from the seamstress, and Buddy's like, shit, the passport's in the pocket, and Russell's like, you're not the guy I thought you were, and we think he's gonna say, I found the passport. Right. What he meant is I came on too strong, you want to take it slow, you're not the guy I thought you were, I'm so sorry. And
he was intrigued by it, of course,
and when they were hugging each other, and he started kind of tickling him because he's trying to fight. It was the funniest little slapsticky moment.
It was funny.
That made Russell so giddy.
And he compared him to the instruction manual for his rice cooker,
Japanese rice
cooker that is so confusing, but worth it.
But worth it. I love that. It's such a great episode of him, this episode.
It's been a consistent...
Mike Kaczynski, you're the best. We love you.
We really
you're just the best.
Love. And so glad we got to talk to him.
And
Yes,
once
exactly.
Buddy realizes again in this moment that the passport is not in the jacket, he is like,
out
okay,
the
bye.
door.
Bye.
Go. Bolts off.
Gotta go.
And then when Alexa says to him, come over, you have to sign these papers, and she walks down the stairs. I thought she was gonna be in like lingerie, but she might as well have been.
She was just in a very
hot,
like a
sexy
bondage dress. Yeah.
Yes, she was.
So he's like, oh, is that your signing papers outfit? Like, he called her out on it, but also because he thought she was hot, and he's a straight
she was
man.
hot. She was hot.
And she was totally like trying to tempt him.
Yes.
And then he said, if I weren't gay, I would rip that dress off of you. And he was like, you could tell he really meant it.
Yeah.
And then she said, by the way, I found your passport.
And of course, everyone is like frantic because we're like, oh, well,
That's
if
it.
anyone's going to find it, though, I feel like we would want it to be Alexa
Yes,
because
I agree.
He's got dirt on her. She's got dirt on him.
And
with the whole penny thing.
wouldn't be disappointed to find out he wasn't who he said he was because she wants him to be a straight man.
Right. And then they'd both not be who they said they were.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
And they'd be even. So if anybody's going to find it, we would hope it'd be her.
Yeah.
However, when he goes to get the passport from the jacket, the book jacket,
The book jacket.
Who knew?
Yes, who
Hello,
knew?
riddle solved. It turns out the passport is actually in a sealed envelope. And he asks her, did you look at my passport?
Yeah.
Or did you look at what was in that envelope? And she
Do I
said,
look like that kind of person?
And he doesn't know, but it's a sealed envelope, so it doesn't seem that she's opened it.
No, I mean, she's opened it.
Unless she resealed it.
Right. Because she couldn't, the thing is how do you unseal an envelope and then reseal it?
Yeah.
And it's not like she would have just put it in an envelope because he sent it to himself.
Yeah.
He would have remembered that he put it in a
I
sealed
don't think she
envelope.
looked at it. I don't think she looked at it. She's just hoping he isn't who he's so straight.
Exactly.
Also, very sporadically throughout this episode, it opened with the assassin woman looking at his picture.
Right.
She's also, we see another scene in there where she asks people, have you seen this man?
Mm-hmm.
She also goes up to Russell a little bit, but while all of this is going on and he's at Alexa's, and she says to him, are you talking about the pastor here? It's this guy. I've been wanting to talk to him. Can you give me the address? And of course, Russell, he's like always trying to do good. He's like, sure, I'll give you his. Who gives people the addresses?
Well, the thing is that in this small town, the pastor is who everyone goes to see because many people stop by his house. In the first episode, we saw the mom come over. Alden brought his son-in-law over. So this is a town where the pastor is like the mayor almost, and everyone knows where that guy lives. So, obviously, Russell wants to be like the new Alden, and he's like trying to take charge. So he's like, I will show you where his house is.
Here's your address. I'll draw you a map.
And of course, the town's so small, you can draw an actual
I know, that was
map.
hilarious. I'll draw you a map. I was like, okay.
And so she goes. But also, we did forget another storyline.
No, we didn't forget it. We're going to get to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're leading up to that part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of, I guess, yeah.
But yeah, so, I mean, we have the assassin
heading to the house.
Heading to the house. And then to talk about what Lauren's talking to so we can end on the note of the predictions.
Yes.
We have the whole Alden Schmidt story that's going on with, he's actually right now training Dora for certain things. Archery, so that she can have something in common with her
A few flights of stairs, and then he walked out the door.
He's so
funny.
slapstick and very physical.
It was very physical.
good.
And he
very
goes
good.
out the door off to Alexa's where no one would suspect that he was.
No.
Dora thinks he's asleep upstairs. So she's like, okay, well, I'm home with a man.
Right.
And he's going to protect me
Should
if
be
anything
safe.
happens.
Yeah.
You'll be safe. And so she gets all cuddly on the couch. And we see remnants of a silencer.
Yes.
Silencer.
Silencer.
From the assassin.
Yes.
Right. pointing in, and Dora is like, I'm just being silly. I don't see
So
anything.
then she turns the light off. Like, why would you do that?
Because I think, you know what, we thought she was doing that to hide, but she was going upstairs.
I know, but still, I wouldn't have done that. If you're
No.
scared, you leave the lights on.
Yeah, I agree.
Put on the TV,
You should be
lights
going
on.
out the front door when you're running up the stairs. You're going to die. It's like Scream.
Exactly.
Does nobody not know that?
Yeah, totally.
Well, she's not an ethnicity, so maybe she doesn't know.
She'll
No,
live
but
a long
Neve
time.
Campbell knew.
True, the female goes first. You're right.
Yes.
Okay, so she goes upstairs, and we see the sniper, the silencer, point in and shoot, and then the episode ends.
Great.
And Buddy sees the assassin
And
drive by.
Yes.
So so that makes me think he knows her.
Maybe.
Right, and because he saw a message from Russell that said, I pointed a woman in the direction of your home, and it's like, well, what woman now is
And then
coming
you hear
after him?
you hear sirens in the background too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Like,
guys,
"Aw, Dora."
I don't know. I think we should predict
I
because
think we should predict. I have a couple predictions
Great.
that are happening.
And now,
Here it is, the lights. They're back, everyone.
I think it's just this studio.
No, is it?
I think every studio does a different prediction.
Well, this one's very eerie. My prediction is that Buddy knows this woman, and
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think she's like an assassin out to get Buddy. I think she's there to help him. So I don't know if she's like.
But she shot.
I know,
at
but
Dora.
I don't think that she did shoot Dora. I think that there was somebody else like creeping in, like those guys that are constantly following Buddy,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
and we
okay.
just didn't see them there
Okay.
or something, because obviously
Interesting.
Dora's not going to get shot. I think this woman's there to protect him, and I think he knows who she is because he notices a car driving by, and maybe he noticed because of the rapid speed the car was
Okay.
driving at, but I feel like there was a reason why she took off her mask, so the story was written that her face was visible, and then he saw her face for a reason. He
Right.
knows her, and I also think that he's gonna have to come clean to Alexis, and they're gonna make out.
I think that there's going to be some physicality with them. I also think though that we see in the next episode that there's going to be like a church experience happening, a service of some kind, where in the back row is the guy that hired the assassin.
Oh, okay,
So I
yes.
think he's there because he knows that the assassin didn't do the job.
Okay.
Okay, so-
Yeah, because she went rogue maybe or something.
She might have gone rogue, or she left town thinking she did the job.
Yes.
But the job wasn't done. So what
Oh,
if
okay.
Russell was in the room waiting for Jonathan Buddy to be there, and maybe Russell gets shot? We don't know.
Oh my god.
We don't know.
How do you top those two predictions?
I know I can't for a comedy. I'm like, this is a comedy. We have like drama going on, so I'm just gonna say it's a season finale next week. So that's all I know for sure.
Well, and
He's predicting that it's the season finale.
Finale.
that is true. Also, do you think because they showed like some idea that maybe Buddy would go to Mexico because Jonathan Barlow
Has a home.
possibly a home in Mexico?
He's not gonna go. He's gonna think about it, but he's not gonna go.
We might end the season with like, is he going cliffhanger,
Yeah.
and then maybe he doesn't, or maybe
Right.
he takes Alexa with him, or
yeah.
whatever her name is.
Maybe he doesn't go because he's got to take care of he's got to protect whoever actually got
Or
shot.
maybe he has the chance to go, but he
I
doesn't
would say
because he
that, yes.
loves Ladner. Or maybe they don't like it. Like I said, they leave you on a cliffhanger thinking he's going to go, and then the season 2, since we know we're having one, opens
we
up
are.
against
Yay!
Ladner. Yay!
Yay!
And I just want to personally thank Impastor TV has endorsed us and shaken us.
Great
as,
social media.
Especially on Twitter, as the show to watch after their show. We really appreciate it. Next season, we hope to
And
continue
Michael
that
Kevin
kind of-
Anderson and Michael Rosenbaum.
Matthew Kevin Anderson.
Matthew Kevin
I
Anderson. I always do that. I'm
I
sorry.
get it.
You just combine them. It's
Michael Rosenbaum
Yes.
and Lindsay Gore.
Yes.
Mike
And
Kaczynski.
Mike
Kaczynski.
Kaczynski for coming in. You guys were awesome.
We
Thank
want
you,
we want
guys.
all the rest of you to come in. Everybody come in.
We have one more show, so you guys can still come in if you want.
Next
Next
week, come on
week,
in. Hang out with
season
us.
finale. We will be here. We
Yes.
hope you will be here. This has been another amazing episode, and I'm your host, Jennifer Golden. You can find me everywhere at Jennifer Golden.
And I'm Lauren Leonelli, and you can find me everywhere at Lauren Leonelli.
And I'm James Jr. Just Google me.
Oh,
Perfect.
There you go.
Short and sweet. I love it. We will see you guys next week for our last episode of Impastor this season.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.